Just because I study astrology doesn't mean I have all the answers. And just because you understand your birth chart doesn't mean you're going to have all the answers. Fate, will, destiny, all of these things still play a hand in the action of the universe. Certain things that happen to us happen because of our own karmic doing. Astrology is there to offer any astrological explanation possible, but it doesn't mean that it was automatically written in the stars. It could have just been written in your actions, and lo and behold, you get the outcome that your actions have subdued into your reality, have bled into your reality. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and I can predict things. I can predict many things by looking at my birth chart, but ultimately it is up to how I am playing a role in my own fate to understand what it means for these things to happen in certain ways. I can see one thing in a chart and it plays out in two drastically different ways. Astrology is not the end-all be-all. Astrology is simply a tool to give you ease as you go through in your day-to-day world. That's why when things are happening, and sometimes I have had amazing moments happen during Mercury retrograde, and people are saying, oh my gosh, well, Mercury retrograde, like, terrible things happen, like my phone broke, my email didn't send, I got the wrong amount of money on my paycheck, I got into the wrong route on my way to my destination. Like, there are so many different things that can happen that can cause a Mercury retrograde to have a certain effect on you. But I think ultimately it's just up to you and how you choose to view the situation in your life for things to play out in certain ways. Don't just think that because Mercury retrograde is here, your ex who you can't get over is going to reach back out to you and want to develop a newfound relationship with you. Don't just think that because it's eclipse season, something terribly drastically bad is going to happen to you and your life is going to change forever. I mean, these things can happen. These things will happen, but it doesn't mean that they are absolutely 110% going to happen. Sometimes things just happen in the natural way of our karmic law. Sometimes these things just happen in the vast majority of what source can provide to us. I think it would be silly to leave all of the power within astrological significance. Me, I love astrology. I love astrology so much. Does that mean that I have to follow astrology every single day of my life? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I want to make money off of my intellect and my beauty. And yes, absolutely, I do have Mercury and Venus in the second house. That could definitely lead to something like that. But then you also have to think, well, that could also just be I just make money based off of me just existing, me just having a natural flow of my voice. People, they gravitate towards me in my natural essence of being. They may see me. Say this. I am living my natural life. I'm going about things in the same manner that I do within my daily routine. I have my daily wins for the day. I do the things that make me happy internally. I stay quiet. I mind my business. I do what I need to do. Drink water and mind my business. I do these things every single day. Randomly, suddenly, I meet someone who is not someone who is of business, but someone who just meets me in my daily, day-to-day life. They see me, they understand who I am as a person through my physical presentation. They see my physical presentation and they say, wow. They hear my voice and they hear how articulate I am, and they understand the vocabulary words that I use in my daily sentences without trying, and they say, wow. This person comes into my life, they see the natural abilities that I have in my beauty and in my intellect and just me existing, not me trying to market myself as an astrological intuitive guide. And suddenly, this person wants to gift me. This person wants to give me good things. This person wants to provide for me in a way that can give me financial abundance. And it doesn't have to be a romantic interest. It doesn't even have to be an old white man. I don't do that. It could be anything. It could be any kind of person who just wants to fund my existence. That's Venus and Mercury in the second house as well. So it's just things like that. Like, I don't think that astrology is the end-all be-all. Yes, I am the #1 intuitive astrologer. Does that mean that I'm supposed to make money off of it? Don't know. Don't care, really, honestly. You know why? Because I still understand that even if I have astrological knowledge of what it means for me to do in my life and what gifts I have and what outcomes can possibly come from the astrological intuitive insight that I have, and even though I already know everything of the outcome of what's going to go on, like, I know that I'm going to be successful, I know that I'm going to be well known, like, in the entire world. There's no question about it. But astrology can kind of morph your perception into making you feel like it has to happen in one certain way or another certain way. I don't have all the answers. I definitely have answers, and I definitely can read a chart like it's nobody's business and connect it with the unseen of what's in the chart as well, alongside like intuitive nudges, alongside spiritual practices and observations of me just being a natural person with gifts. I know there's names of claircognizance and all these things, but I don't necessarily have to associate with these labels because I just am. Like, I just am, and I just exist within this knowledge and knowing of who I am and what I am here to do. And so with that information, with that knowledge, there's nothing more or nothing less that needs to be done. I don't have to look into more astrology, and I don't have to drop astrology entirely. I know who I am, and I know the gifts that I have, and it's all just a matter of time for the world to materialize it. And maybe this is a prophecy, maybe this is my statement, my mission statement for what's to come soon in the next 24 to 48 hours. Who knows? It doesn't necessarily matter, because everything that is mine is already mine. And that's why you have to really be careful when you're getting into astrology and numerology and stuff like that. Like, you just have to be careful with these things, because when you put too much reliance on metaphysical studies, or you put too much reliance on studies, whether they be historical, whether they be occult, you lack giving the power to yourself. You lack putting the importance of power within yourself. And I just think it's really important that we always understand and remember that we are the divine beings. We are the astrology chart. Like, the astrology chart is not the astrology chart without us, right? We cannot exist. Like, astrology doesn't exist without the understanding of human recognition. Like, it just doesn't. And I think it's just really important that we understand that, and we take pride, and we just take a moment to recognize what it means to be existing in this world and in this lifetime. Don't put all of your reliance on astrology. Even if you still do want a personal astrologer, I'm not for you. If you don't, it's not that I don't care, but I am just letting go of so many things and so many ways that life has to be, because I know that it's all going to work out for me anyways.